On October 2nd, 2024, a new mob was introduced to Minecraft that would reshape the game's lore in ways that no one expected. This is the story of the Creaking. September 25th, 2024. Mojang, the company responsible for Minecraft Today, accidentally leaked information about a new biome, the Pale Garden, and its hostile mob, the Creaking, just a few days before the infamous Minecraft Live event. Things got even weirder when the official Minecraft Twitter account dropped a cryptic X, teasing us with images of grey leaves, grey logs, and more chillingly, a shadowy creature with 3 glowing orange eyes. They even posted a creepy TikTok, a human in a dark room, eerie music playing, with those 3 glowing eyes stalking from the shadows. But what happened next sent shivers down every player's spine. From September 29th, 2024, Minecraft Live officially revealed the new Pale Gardens, a haunting grey forest that, quote, feels like something is wrong in. Here the skies are grey, the grass is grey, and even the new pale oak trees are shrouded in grey moss. And during the night, that moss emits eerie sounds, breaking the uncomfortable silence of the biome. But that's not the only thing that happens after dark. The Creaking emerge. Turn your back, and they move with a ghostly silence. Face them, and they freeze, blending into the shadows like statues in the dark. Spotting one of these creatures in the dense forest is a challenge, but even if you do, hitting it, whether with a netherite sword or a simple dirt block, well, it won't do any damage. Instead, it releases a trail of grey particles that lead into a nearby tree, and, in return, sends out ominous orange particles back. Follow that trail and you'll find the Creaking's true weakness, the Creaking heart, a glowing block trapped within the bark of a pale oak log. Destroy it, and the Creaking is defeated. It's a rather intriguing creature, don't you think? But there are deeper mysteries here, secrets that tie directly into the Creaking's lore. In its reveal during Minecraft Live, it was mentioned that the Creaking heart controls the Creaking. This point was hammered home with phrases like more of a puppet being used to describe the Creaking heart, and its puppet, the Creaking, 2 entities bound together. It seems that the hidden heart controls its puppet, the Creaking, from the shadows, and with the Creaking only spawning within a 32-block radius of its heart, it feels like the puppet's purpose is to guard its master. When attacked, the Creaking lets out a strange sound, one that subtitles label as Creaking Heart Scream. It's almost as if the heart feels the puppet's pain. Maybe it's because the Creaking heart takes on a physical form as the Creaking at night, sharing a bond so deep that the heart screams out in pain when the puppet is hurt. Are they truly 2 separate entities? Or 2 sides of the same being? Well, let's find out. But before I get into that, let's take a closer look at the heart itself. This strange block has 3 states: disabled, dormant, and active. When the block is isolated from other pale logs, it is disabled. It appears like a typical oak log, except for this strange dark brown core. But unlike normal logs, the heart's bark can reach up to 4 pixels thick. It almost looks like an ancient chiseled block. Maybe even, to me at least, looks like the legendary gear block, which, for those who don't know, is a long lost precursor to redstone from ancient Minecraft. Now, when you destroy the heart, it lets out this haunting cry death sound, suggesting that it might have a mind of its own. Sentience, perhaps? How else would a block be able to cry? Now, to activate this heart, you need to place it between 2 pale oak logs, at which point the dark brown core lights up in an ominous orange hue. During the day though, it remains dormant, and will kill any spawned Creaking. But come night, it awakens, and even emits a redstone signal. Just keep that in mind for later. And at that point, it summons a creaking. And so then there's the creaking itself. A creature oddly shaped from logs and moss, with its 3 unsettling eyes. You can't kill it using brute force, yet when daylight arrives, it just crumbles into dust. All of this just leaves more questions than answers. Why do these hearts exist? Why do they control the creaking? Are the hearts subscribed? And why are they confined solely to the Pale Gardens? Long ago, an ancient civilization thrived, pioneering technology and innovation. They were the first to discover electricity, or as they knew it, gears, which would later evolve into redstone, as we know it today. But before the age of redstone, these gears were their greatest source of power. But this civilization was cautious, fearful of what the future might hold. They wanted to preserve their knowledge, just in case disaster struck. And so they decided to hide some of these gears deep within the dark oak forests, in places that no one would ever dare to search, and where only they would know where to retrieve them. And then they left, returning to their flourishing civilization. But just as they feared, their civilization fell, and with it the knowledge of the hidden gears also faded away, and so the technology became unknown to any survivors. Those who had hid the gears were long dead now, and so they would never be recovered. But still the gears remained, embedded within the trees, hidden and forgotten. As the years passed, the trees where these gears were hidden began to die, and yet, somehow, with the gears now fused into the decaying wood, something magical happened. The log gear fusion gained a strange form of life, a sentience that echoed a single message:
survive and grow.
This was the same civilization that were involved with the Skulk, and so it appears that something similar had just been born out of an earlier technology that wasn't quite the Skulk, and thus, long after being abandoned, the Creaking Hearts were born, and their sentience begun. To begin with, these hearts started draining the life force from their surrounding areas, turning everything grey. The trees, the grass, and even the sky lost its colour, as almost all possible life was consumed and concentrated within the Creaking Heart. But they did show a hint of mercy, allowing some of the surrounding trees to survive. But make no mistake, this wasn't out of kindness. Rather, it ensured shelter for these fragile hearts, keeping them hidden from the surrounding environment. They knew that they were one light tap away from being destroyed, and so this created obscurity. This new, weaker ecosystem of the dark grey forests drew in strange mosses that adapted to the lifeless environment, hanging from branches, spreading across the ground, and covering the decaying logs. This was the Pale Gardens. But with the rise of each night, new threats emerged. The undead walked the lands, wandering dangerously close to the hidden hearts. The hearts tried to scare them away, using their powers to make the hanging moss emit eerie sounds at night. But it wasn't enough, and so they devised a new plan to create a physical guardian. Using the moss and bark, they crafted the Creaking, a puppet to patrol their domain. Though imperfect with an odd shape and 3 glaring eyes, it was enough to defend the heart's territory and gain insight into their surrounding environment. To ensure the heart's survival, the Creaking wasn't truly alive. It was just an extension of the heart, controlled and animated by its life force. If attacked, the Creaking wouldn't die, nor would it take any damage, but the heart would scream, transmitting its pain. During the night, the puppet awakens, patrolling within 32 blocks of the heart, determined to protect its fragile master from the most dangerous times. The hearts hold secrets that we can't even imagine. It knows the distant past. It sees this fallen world from a perspective beyond our understanding. And one day, they might change everything. The heart must survive. The Creaking. It's a scary mob, right? Well, maybe not quite as terrifying as it seems. You see, it only deals about the same damage as a zombie, and with a simple 2-block deep hit, you can outsmart it easily. It's really not that bad. But that doesn't mean that Minecraft isn't full of other spine-chilling mysteries. Consider watching this video to learn about the most terrifying experiences that are hidden in Minecraft.